Hello there, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 8 books, host of 2 PBS specials, here to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Specifically, how to use my life from the top of the mind philosophy to bring more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything we do. So, of course, here we are, still in the middle of this coronavirus thing. And so I always like to make sure my videos help and bring information to people who are wanting to have more influence in their lives and the lives of others. And I like for the videos to be timeless as well. So while today we're certainly going to be talking about what it's like to be in the middle of this, my hope is the concept, the message, the information can be helpful going forward. Today, this is inspired by a song by a person by the name of David Wilcox, excellent singer-songwriter. He wrote a song a long time ago called Show the Way, and I actually remember doing a video on it a long time ago. I can't find that, so I thought I'd do another one and see if we can't adapt it to what's going on here. So it's called Show the Way, and it kind of goes like this. I'm going to do the lyrics. I'm not going to be able to sing it. I wish I could sing it. I always say, if I had a great voice, I'd be a great singer. But no, I don't. I'm a drummer. So singing is probably not going to be the way to do this. But the words are so beautiful that they actually work as a poem. And then I'm going to put the link to the YouTube video of David Wilcox singing it in the description. So I do encourage you to go there and hear it because it's really, really well done. So it's called Show the Way. And it starts off by speaking to kind of maybe a way that a lot of us feel today. It goes like this. You say you see no hope. You say you see no reason to dream that the world will ever change. You say that love is foolish to believe because there'll always be some crazy with an army or a knife or a virus to wake you from the daydream and put the fear back in our life. Well, look. If someone wrote a play just to glorify what's stronger than hate, would they not arrange the stage to seem as if the hero came too late? She's almost in defeat, and it's looking like the evil side will win. So on the edge of every seat, from the moment that the whole thing begins, it is love who mixed the mortar. It is love who stacked these stones. It is love who made the stage here, though it looks like we're alone. In a scene set in shadows like the night is here to stay, there is evil cast around us, but it's love who wrote the play. Why? Because in this darkness, love can show the way. So now the stage is set. You feel your own heart beating in your chest. This life's not over yet, so we get up on our feet and do our best. We play against the fear. I love that line. We play against the fear. We play against the reasons not to try, playing for the tears burning in the happy angel's eyes. For it's love who mixed the mortar, and it's love who set these stones, and it's love who made the stage here, though it looks like we're alone. In a scene set in shadows like the night is here to stay, there is evil cast around us. Notice it didn't say there's evil all around us. The evil cast around us. But it's love who wrote the play. Because in this darkness, love can show the way. I love that. And I love it because it speaks to what can we trust in these kind of dark times. We're going to find ourselves feeling worried and frightened and anxious and depressed even and hopeless sometimes. The question is, do we really want to trust that? Now, some of you may go, well, wait a minute, Bill. I look to your videos because you bring a scientific perspective to the world. You kind of talk about how brain science, your life from the top of the mind, philosophy can help. This sounds like a lot of nice words. Well, okay, let's talk about that. So remember, for those of you who follow my life from the top of the mind philosophy, we got these 3 parts to the brain. It's really important to know what each one does. Lower part of the brain goes down the neck. That's the brainstem. That's the fight or flight part. Upper 80% of the brain is the neocortex. I call it the top of the mind. This is where we have access to our interpersonal skills, problem-solving skills, clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion, etc. The middle brain, the limbic system, is the scanner, processor, router part of the brain. It scans the environment looking for any signs of danger, and it has a tendency to interpret almost anything negative as dangerous and throws us into the part of the brain that's designed to deal with danger, immediate danger, where we need to react without thinking in order to be safe. Now, if we're into one of those situations, somebody slams on their brakes in front of us, or somebody jumps out at us from the bushes, going to that brainstem and reacting without thinking is perfect. That's what fear, worry, anxiety is for. But when we start experiencing fear, worry, or anxiety, or maybe a better question, when we start trusting fear, worry, and anxiety as a guide in times like this, it just throws us into that lower reactive brain. And since we can't deal with life from this lower reactive brain, because it's not a fight or flight situation, we get more worried and more frightened and more anxious and more stressed, and we get caught in a cycle in that lower brain. So what if we were trusting a different energy? There are 4 questions I always encourage people to ask themselves to determine what part of the brain they're in and what part of the brain they want to be in. Number 1, am I feeling this on purpose? Number 2, is it working for me? Is it helping me create the life I want? Number 3, is this how I want to be defined? Do I want to be defined as someone who reacts to life in this way? And number 4, which is my favorite, would I teach or recommend this way of being to someone I love? Most people tell me it's that 4th one that really resonates with them, because I have yet to meet anyone that would teach or recommend someone they love to be stressed and angry and worried and frightened and depressed. So notice what we're doing when we're asking that question, what would I recommend to someone I love? We're using love to show the way. We're using love as a guide to help us do several things. Number 1, access this upper 80% of the brain. So if I were recommending someone I love deal with the current reality in a certain way, what would I encourage them to feel and think? How about clear, confident, creative, optimistic, kind, compassionate, influential, authentic, all great stuff. All of this comes from the top of the mind, because the question then engages the top of the mind, and we get a sense of, okay, what would I teach to someone I love? Love has shown the way to this upper 80% of the brain, which, by the way, triggers serotonin and endorphins. When we're in this lower brain, we're triggering adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol. Cortisol shuts down our immune system because it thinks we're in a fight or flight situation. Serotonin and endorphins strengthen our immune system because it allows our body to work at its most efficient. So when we're trusting love to show the way, what would I teach, recommend to someone I love? What are the qualities and characteristics? And it's not as do as I say, but not as I do. It means I've got to be willing to do this. If someone's looking at me for inspiration, for a model for how to deal with this, I want to show them how to deal with it from the top of the mind. So I do encourage you, if you're into music and lyrics and how it all fits together, check out this YouTube video in the description. I think you'll really love it. For those of you who would like for me to, I would used to say come to you and share this information with you. We're not doing that now, but I have created a virtual studio. I'm doing a lot of trainings, seminars, counseling, coaching virtually. So if it's something you would like me to do, all you got to do is go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in. Love to talk with you about that. In the meantime, if you like the videos, please hit the like button, share them with your friends if you like. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube and Pinterest and LinkedIn and iTunes and Twitter and all the social media. I try to post one of these every week. So until next time, here's to you, bringing more clarity, confidence, creativity into everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.